very first form of love that anybody experiences is the love of a mother. And
Hmm.
I would say that's the most purest and unconditional form of love that we get to experience in our life.
Ji.
But as individuals, we forget the practice of unconditional love, and we see its impact on a different form of relationships, be it professional relationships, be it personal relationships. So,
Hmm.
how can we, really bring back that unconditional love and foster a much healthier relationships, both on a personal as well as professional front?
Just while when you were asking this question, there is a point clicked on my mind. When a child is born, mother is always just in giving mode, right?
Yeah.
But when child is grown up, mother or the parents, start expecting from the child,
Hmm. Hmm.
and child also start expecting from parents.
Yeah.
And this expectation kills the relationship. You getting my point? So we have heard a lot where there is no expectation, where there is no complaint, there lies a beautiful relationship. But as the child start just going to school, parents start expecting that child should get the highest marks. He should be like, he or she should be the all rounder. And the child also start expecting, my parents should do this for me, that for me. The child was expecting even when mother was not expecting, because mother thought the child is like small. But now things are different,
Yeah.
and both are like unable to meet the expectation, like an empty glass is trying to fill the empty glass, or the half filled glass is trying to fill the half filled glass. Then the fight starts. And then this cycle goes like in all the relationships that we have. I called you, you didn't call me back. We always complain like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Miss most of the time. You could have called back again. I could have called back again. Like in the relationships, those who are like close to me, I am bringing my ego. Oh, she didn't call me. I will never call her again back. What is that? That is subtle ego. And in the name of we ego, we give it the name of self respect. Come on, that's not self respect.
I was just gonna come on to that point where how do you differentiate between ego and self-respect? But again, like this brings me to a point where we all go through this dilemma that are we the person in front whom we are calling, taking this current scenario, might be important to us, but for that person, we might not be that important.
Hmm. That you will realize over a period of time. Don't just decide it in first time.
Mhm.
Give it a try. Remain detached. Okay, let me try again.
Yep.
But don't expect that person to receive your call. Try, but don't expect. Understood?
Yep.
There is no harm in trying, na?
Yes, yes, totally, totally.
We are trying for the career also, right?
Yes.
Why can't for the relationship? Just try, but don't expect. I can give you an example. So there is a person, I travel by metro,
Hmm.
and we go to meetings. And this person said, hey, Natasha, you need any help, sometime you want us to pick from the metro to the destination, just let me know. And I said, okay, all right. And being a practical person, I always test people. There is a thought that came to my mind. Okay, let me test this person's givingness and goodness. So I called, hey, can you just pick me, today from the metro? Said,
Hmm.
okay. The next time again, he said, okay. Third time, he said, okay. Fourth time, he just said, I'm busy in this today. I will be late. Then fifth time, okay. I told myself, okay, let's try once again. And then again, he made excuse. Now my mind told me that, I just got some vibes that now his goodness is over. But still, I called that person again.
Hmm.
And when we met, that person was trying to explain, hey, I was in this, that, that, that. And I was like, it's okay. From next time, I will not call you. That's my straightforward nature that I said it in front of his face. If he would have been really that great giver, he would have said, no, no, Natasha, next time I will call you. You don't need to call me, right? But that person didn't say anything. And
Yeah.
that was clear message to me. His goodness is over. He was just trying to be fake. Might be just to get the business or something.
Yep.
Because in the business world, we always try to be good. But being a practical person or being a detached person over a period of time, I have also learned these things over a period of time. I always test the person before, getting emotionally involved with any person. So for me, that was over there itself. And I never took it on my ego. So trying again can help us filter the people. It's good for us. Otherwise, what we do is, I think, it was my mistake. I would have called. Now I am clear.
We try to be the, victim as well as the defaulter at the same time.
Right. And I really don't like that. So I always try to clear things.
That's an amazing thing. And this sort of brings me to a very, I would say, a catch-22 situation that a lot of humans find them, today in. That there's so many things, we should be thankful for to the Almighty for giving us and enabling us with or empowering us with. But a particular small scenario would get to our attention and get so deeply ingrained that we just focus on that issue, which might not be that relevant, and make a fuss out of it, be it in our relationships, be it individual front as well. Let's take a relationship for, let's say, a parent and a child. So if the child is not able to get good marks, or if the child is not able to earn following the passion or something, the parents would focus on that particular thing, but would not be thankful or would not be grateful for the
Mhm,
child
mhm,
being there for them. And vice versa as well, like the child would be like, if the parents have not agreed to any of his whims, didn't agree to buy him, let's say, a video game
mhm,
that he or she was asking for, they would be like, they're the worst parents ever that I have found. And
mhm.
but he or she is not realizing the importance of having the parents around.
Right. It's just not about the parents, parents, even the husband, wife, also, brother,
Yeah, yeah.
sister as
It's
well,
all the relations. It's all the relations out there.
teammates, employees as well.
Yes, 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 yes. So, what are your thoughts on this, and how could someone really navigate out of it?
In your question, my answer was, you said we humans. Pulkit, I want to ask you, what is human? What does it mean?
The individual self, like we all are humans.
So, my friend, human comes from a Greek word which is means humos.
Okay,
From the humos word comes human, which means soil. Are we soil?
we are made up of five elements.
We are not made up of five elements. This body is made up of five
Yeah,
elements.
the body is made up of five elements. Yes.
Are you body?
No, we are the soul.
Yes. See, we know that we are souls, but we are not living in that awareness. And because of world, when I forgot that I am a soul, not this body, I started degrading my life. This world started degrading itself
Hmm.
because we became more body consciousness, ego, and the all the five vices we talk about, they
Yep.
started emerging and became natural part of my life. When we say today, oh, stress, it's normal part of life. It
Hmm.
is because I have forgotten that I am a soul, not this body. I am not living in the awareness of soul consciousness. I am living in the awareness of body consciousness. And that's why all these conflicts are happening today. Soul, spirit, science always also has said this. World is made up of energy, not with the elements. Elements is are part of that those energies, right? Energy can never be created, it cannot be destroyed, it can only be transformed from one form to another form
Yes.
according to the law of thermodynamics. But we have forgot that. See, you answered it rightly, ki we are a soul, not the body. But when we talk, when we walk, when we work, do we remember?
No.
And that's where things have spoiled.
Got it. So, Natasha, with this one final question, I would like to wrap up our podcast. My final question is, how do we really strike a balance between expectations and being true to ourselves? So, how do we really find that balance between expectations and being authentic out there?
When we start practicing soul consciousness, We do not even have to think about these things. They will become a natural part of my life. When we say divine, let's understand the definition of divine. What
Sure.
is divine? Divine means which is authentic, which is positive, which is pure, which has no expectation, which is a real giver, a loveful soul, a peaceful soul, a
Mhm.
blissful soul. That is called soul consciousness. So when I start practicing soul consciousness, these all things become natural part of my life. And soul consciousness, it takes a lot of time to, become natural part of life. So it's not that easy as we think. But
Yeah.
if we start practicing today, maybe we will reach at the destination, maybe after 1 year or so.
So thanks for Natasha for being on the podcast. We are listening and we are really grateful for you to come on the podcast, accept our request, and share your wisdom with our listeners.
Thank you, Pulkit. Thank you so much for having me here. I hope this is helpful. I always want to give a message to the world about soul consciousness, and thank you for giving me this opportunity and doing service to the world.
Thanks a lot. And it definitely was really helpful to our listeners. And listeners, it's your time to, let us know what are other topics you'd like to us to talk on. And if you have any questions to Natasha, please feel free to either DM us or leave a comment on the podcast wherever you're listening on different platforms. Yes, we also have an initiative which is again called We Are Listening. The podcast was derived from it, which is an anonymous forum to share your stress or anxiety issues. We don't ask any questions who you are, what triggered it, just come and vent it all out. You can find the link to it in the description below, and we would be more than happy to help you evolve from your stress and anxiety issues.
You just said that we will keep you anonymous.
Yeah.
Why? Again, I am not accepting my problem. And if I don't accept my problem, how will I solve it?
I totally agree on that. But that's a way to at least give that person to the chance to take the first step to at least accept the problem rather than accepting the self.
Right. Right. So I'm not saying this to you. You are doing your job and you are just respecting their privacy. This is my urge to listeners. Accept your problem and just come out and talk about it. And, lot of the people I have helped overcome anxiety, they were also like, we don't want to talk about it. Just talk about it. Then only other will also start accepting it. And then you will again become a giver. You will do service to the world.
That's true.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.